Welcome to the new year, everybody, and for the first video of 2023, we've got a pretty cool Castlevania update. For the new Castlevania series, spin-off, sequel, season 5, sort of, whatever you want to call it, Castlevania Nocturne. Now, if you've been living under a rock, what's more Castlevania inspired than living under a rock? If you've been turned into stone by a Medusa head for the last couple years and you missed the news, yes, Castlevania Netflix is continuing in the form of what they're describing as a new series, but it is a continuation of the story, starring one of my favorite Belmonts, the young Richter Belmont. Before we get started, today's sponsor is my own Patreon page. If you'd like to help support my content, you can become a GamerThumbTV patron, and that gives you access to my Patreon feed and community tab, early access to YouTube videos, weekly progress reports, behind-the-scenes posts, and exclusive sneak peeks at upcoming projects that I'm working on. If you'd like to join, click the link in the description below. Castlevania Nocturne. There is still very little information on the show. We don't really know the story details. We don't know what's going on with Dracula. We don't know when it's coming out. There's speculation of summer 2023, but I can't find any information that confirms that. So take that with a grain of salt. What we do know is that plot-wise it does take place around the time of the French Revolution, and it's going to borrow elements from both Rondo of Blood and Symphony of the Night. If you've seen the last 4 seasons, you know what this means. The show is going to do its own spin on the story. So if you're expecting a copy and paste of the video game storyline, you will be disappointed, I promise you, so just make sure you set your expectations at the door. Now, besides Richter and Alucard, during that era of Castlevania, there's one other character that was just as important. Maria Renard. The little girl that could kill Dracula by throwing birds. Richter saves her in Rondo of Blood, and then she's a grown-up vampire-slaying buddy in Symphony of the Night. She is confirmed to be on the show, but what will she look like? Will she resemble the more mature-looking Symphony of the Night version? Perhaps the more anime-style Death Note character in Judgment?
Oh my god! Vampire!
Why, hello, sweetie pie. You'll make a nice little appetizer.
Even the vampires are bigger than mine!
Well, here is the official first look at Maria in Castlevania Nocturne, courtesy of a gift provided by Samuel Dietz, director of the Castlevania series. It's not a complete picture of Maria, but we do get some idea of what she'll look like age-wise. It looks like they sort of fused her slightly older Symphony of the Night appearance, with the green ribbon in her hair, and her younger appearance with the pink dress and white frills around her neck. She looks good, and the animation style looks like the same style we've been seeing with the previous seasons. No major surprises here. What I'm curious about is how they're going to tie her to the story, because there's different paths they can take. In the original Rondo of Blood, she was just another girl that knew Richter's girlfriend Annette. That was somehow a distant Belmont relative. I hate that. Not everybody that's important to the story needs to be related to them. In the Dracula X version of the story, which is non-canon by the way, but still, they made Annette and Maria sisters. Let's see what the series does. As usual, I'd expect something in between with some originality thrown in. Let me know your thoughts in the comments section. What other characters are you looking forward to seeing? And which version of Maria do you prefer? Do you prefer her being a friend of Annette? Or do you prefer her being a sister? Or do you not care at all? I'll catch you guys later.